Welcome to day 2 of Rally Guanajuato, Mexico. This WRC Fiesta never fails to entertain the thousands of fans that turn out to experience the greatest motorsport adventure on earth. I'm Colin Clark, joining me again from the stages, Julian Porter. Today the drivers travel deeper into the treacherous mountain stages which promise to provide thrills and spills aplenty. Join us as we bring you the best of action from across this second day. The leader going into this second day is Sebastian Loeb. His advantage coming over second place Mikko Hirvonen, 11.2 seconds. Mads Osberg is third, but he will have his work cut out to keep Jari-Matti Latvala at bay. The Finn just 16 seconds behind. After an action-packed day 1, day 2 here in Mexico heralds even more competitive distance, 184 kilometers in total, spread across 7 stages. And this is how they line up going into the day. Paulo Nobre will lead the WRC cars away, like Thierry Neuville, restarting under the Rally 2 rules. They're followed by Ken Block and then Sebastian Ogier in the Volkswagen Run Super 2000 Skoda. But again, the top runners all start further back. Solberg goes 10th, Latvala, then Osberg, Hirvonen and Sebastian Loeb. First up on this busy second day is one of Mexico's classic stages, the challenging 30 kilometers of Iberila. Fans are already out in force despite the early start. And Jules, Peter Solberg, great comeback from him yesterday after his problems.
Yeah, frustrating day for him yesterday, a couple of punctures. Obviously Peter winning here in 2005. It's a big push, and obviously very early in the morning, low sun could be a bit of an issue.
What about dust, Jules? Early in the morning, any problems with dust out there?
Well, it is something we have seen in the past as well. Petter heading towards a jump. Nice big jump there. Fully on it. Look at that. There's just so much speed carried through there.
So much speed, and jumps a bit of a feature of this rally.
Yeah, they're like the jumps in Mexico. A lot of man-made jumps, like kind of really exaggerated.
And immediately behind Petro on the road, teammate Latvala. What do you think, Jules? Difficult day for him yesterday. Can he challenge for the win today?
He can challenge for the win, and there was a simulation done in the service park, I'm not sure by who, but apparently if Jari-Matti continues at the same pace against Loeb for the next 2 days, he could end up winning this rally. So Citroën having to push, and this man is really having to push.
Well, you can tell the commitment through this quite narrow, twisty, difficult section, absolutely full on it.
It's just incredible bravery, speed, commitment, determination.
Call it what you will, Jules, but Latvala's got it all, hasn't he? Really showing how much he's improved this year on this stage.
That's it, obviously he's got to try and get himself back into that podium place. Mads Osberg is in his way at the moment, but I'm not being funny, I think Gary's looking way above the 3rd place.
Yeah, I think Mads Osberg might be looking at Oyt Tanak behind him. Latvala, for sure, looking at a podium run today.
That's it, and with the speed and the pace like this, I'm sure he's got a chance. Definitely the podium. I tell you what, is he going to scare those Citroën guys?
Loeb has been generally very fast on this stage. I've never been so competitive on this stage against him. So if I can be quicker on this stage, then it's really good. So it was a bit slippy some places after the rain. It was some tricky corners there.
Well, Latvala again in scintillating form, and the early split times haven't looked good though for Mads Osberg. He really needs to be on it today if he's going to hold on to that 3rd position, Jules.
It does, and you can see the low sun. Look, Mads having to kind of like strain his neck up to try and keep under the sun visor. Sun really, really difficult here. Jari-Matti only 3 minutes ahead of him, didn't seem to have that problem as much.
Well, he didn't, and you know the drivers would normally put some strips across the windscreen just to combat that, Jules. Doesn't look as if he's got that.
It doesn't, and also what you got to remember is the engineers and the designers are always trying to get the driver as low as possible.
Yeah, certainly doesn't help when you got the sun early on in the morning, remember this stage, and obviously Osberg struggling in these conditions.
Jonas Andersson calling the pace notes there.
Well, it's all changed then in the fight for 3rd. Up front, Mikko Hirvonen. He'll hope to be responding, Jules, after dropping the time last night.
That's it. It's the battle between the 2 Citroëns. It's Hirvonen and Loeb. Loeb obviously has that advantage. Mikko, got to remember, this is only Mikko's 3rd rally in this car as well. He's really starting to gel and love this car.
Yeah, really impressed with Mikko Hirvonen's pace yesterday. His first rally on gravel in this car as well. Obviously he went well in Sweden, but this is a totally different game.
That's it. He starts the day 11.2 seconds away from his teammate, and it's a big push again from Mikko in here.
I think that he thinks he can still win this one.
That's it, you've got to remember also, Hirvanen's up against Loeb, as well as being 8-time world champion, 5-time winner in Mexico.
5 times winner. Loeb certainly knows these stages as well as anyone, enjoys these stages as well as anyone. And here he is, Jules. That's our rally leader, Sebastian Loeb. Decent lead overnight for him. Got his work cut out today, though. As you say, perhaps Latvala could force a challenge. That's it.
You can see the low sun. Daniel Alain has got his sun visor down to try and combat the sun. And coming up to the split at 16.4. This is Loeb against Hirvanen, first and second. Loeb 3 seconds quicker than his teammate Mikko. Tell you what, that time will now be fed into the Citroen, car number 2 of Hirvanen.
Sebastian Loeb, obviously. Oh, look at that rock on the inside. Big rocks still on this stage. Really a bit of a problem yesterday, the rocks, but no problem so far this morning for Loeb. Certainly not by the looks of it.
That's it. And the drivers have got to watch the tyre wear, because they've got this 29.9, then the next one is 41. So the Michelin tyres, I tell you what, they're going to get some serious abuse by these drivers.
That's a long 2 stages, isn't it? And do you think Sebastian Loeb will be thinking about that this morning? Will he be thinking about looking after his tyres, or will it be flat out from the start?
It'll be both. This is the master of everything.
He is the master of everything indeed, Joe. So Sebastian Loeb looking pretty good. He doesn't seem to be bothered too much by that low sun.
Okay, we're now back in with Hirvanen. Obviously that split, as we said, probably being fed into that Citroen. He's coming to the end of the stage now, the last corner. Here he is through the flying finish. I thought he was going to collect the board there. He was so close.
Didn't have a good rhythm in the beginning, and I was more behind, so I was catching a bit in the end. So that's okay. Let's see now how the long stage goes. I think our setup is a bit more for that stage, so let's see if it works over there.
We're not sounding too confident with that one, Jules. Maybe, as he said, looking forward perhaps a little more to the next stage.
Well, that's it. Obviously, Lowe was 3 seconds quicker than Hirvanen, and then can he build on that towards the end of the stage? Mikko saying maybe the car was set up more for the next one. Lowe just seems to have it set up for everywhere. Here we go. This is the 2 Citroens we're looking at here. Comparison. Not many corners to go.
Very narrow section, this one, isn't it, Jules?
That's it, and into the final corner here. Loeb losing time at the end.
I certainly won't be happy with that.
I lost a lot on the end. At the start I was quite good. I was 3 seconds ahead of Mikko, and I lost 6 seconds after that, so I don't know why.
So the fight at the front closes up again then, just 8.7 seconds between Loeb and Hirvanen now, while Latvala up to third. And there's no respites for the crews this morning. Next up on the longest stage of the day at Otates, Volkswagen driver Sebastian Ogier, Jules. Doing a great job in this S2000 car.
He is, yeah. He's finding a little bit, he's spun here as well. A little bit of a nosing into the bank there. He is finding it, frustrating, not the right word. He can't challenge, and he's just finding it a little bit difficult.
And who's this we're looking at now? It's Oyt Tanak. Decent job from Oyt Tanak so far. He really has been very steady.
There's a lot of maturity in these youngsters we've got in the World Championship at the moment. I tell you, he's so calm. He's really, really, just gelling and enjoying himself massively.
Wow, but the man to watch this morning is Latvala, but that was a moment for him going a little wide there.
That's it, just clipping the bank on the outside, using every single inch of the road. Jari actually saying in the fast stuff, he's fine. He feels that he's overdriving the car, though. In the time twist stuff, you can kind of see it's all action, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah, Sebastian Loeb said at the end of the yesterday that, well, in the fast stuff, he couldn't get near the Fords. It was the tight and twisty stuff where he could perhaps make up a bit of time.
Is that through complete bravery out of Latvala? I'm not so sure, you know what I mean? I think that could be what it is.
Is it maybe the knowledge of the roads?
I think it's the bravery of Latvala. I mean, the guy is just massively brave in the fast stuff and probably does overdrive in the tight stuff.
Let's watch this and listen to the co-driver. Well, here's our rally leader then, Jules. It's Sebastian Loeb, slightly surprised by his loss of pace, lack of time in the first stage.
That's it. And, obviously, the line's cleaning. He's got that road position nearer the end. Said he was pushing massively in this stage. It was 100% commitment. Obviously lost time in the first one in the morning. This is the long one. What can he do? 41 Ks in here.
well, he needs to reaffirm his authority. He needs to stamp his mark back on this event, because perhaps a little bit concerned after that time in the first stage.
That's it, yeah. He's got to kind of come back and say to Mr. Latvala, hang on, you can't have all this your own way. Just constant corners. This is where Jari's losing here. Loeb is just inch perfect.
Inch perfect, and the Citroën DS3 we know so well balanced, so nimble through these sections.
It's a proper team effort in there.
You can almost see the rhythm, can't you? When you're watching that onboard, you can see the car
Sebastian
dancing.
taking a drink, even having time to take a drink there. And again, he was wide as well.
Exactly the same point as Latvala.
That's it, yeah. Loeb tightening his belts, he's on for a mission now. Just look at the line. They were saying this yesterday. The roads are so smooth and so wide, you've got to take the racing line absolutely everywhere.
Well, it's a great run through Otates for Sebastian Loeb, and he's extended his lead to more than 18 seconds, while Latvala has closed slightly on Hirvonen in second. Osberg's strong run keeps his compatriot Solberg at arm's length. Well, join us after the break for all the reaction from this morning's stages back at the service park, and of course all the drama from this afternoon stages. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the WRC, powered by Nokia. The drivers have now arrived back at the Polyforum in the town of Leon for the first of today's services. The Ford team hard at work repairing any damage to the cars from this morning's rough mountain stages. It's been a good day so far for Jari Matti, winning the opening test, keeping the pressure on the Citroens.
I've been pushing it as much as I can, so I managed to take 7 seconds out, or almost 8 seconds out from Loeb. And the first one, the second stage, he was very strong. He took 5 seconds out of me. So I think at the end I won something like 2 seconds this morning, Loeb. So which means I can't really catch him by driving, but I need to try to pressurize him.
Well, it's been a very steady morning for the rally leader. 5 times Mexican winner Loeb looking very much in control again.
It's been a good morning. We are able to increase a bit our lead on Mikko and to keep the same with Jari Matti, so it was a good start.
Are you on the limit? Have you got more pace?
No, I was on the limit, especially in the second stage. I tried to push hard already until the end of the stage.
What about?
Well, with the cars refitted and the drivers refreshed, the crews are soon back on their way out to the famous Ibarila stage as this packed second day resumes. And Peter Solberg, Jules, well, this morning he was complaining about brake issues.
Well, he was, yeah. He said in the long stage the pedal from about the midpoint was just starting to go away from him. But he's been into service, that'll be all sorted now. Big dip there. Let's just listen to Chris Patterson.
Keep out of a long crest and flat 6 left, half long 80. 6 right plus, keep very in, 14 line. 6 left long, tight a little long, keep very in and don't cut. 6 right plus.
The maximum attack from the 2003 world champion. Petter charges past fellow Norwegian Mads Osberg on the leaderboard.
4 plus. Open to the pump.
Tell you what, he really is pushing in this one. We know how quick Solberg can be here. A past winner, it was a long time ago, but he likes these stages, Jules.
I think most people like these stages, but Petter seems to excel in them. And I tell you what, every kilometre he does, he gets more faith, more confident in this car. You've got to remember, this is his first time in this car and gravel.
It's easy to forget that one for sure. Well, it's Solberg who's setting the benchmark in the second pass through Ibarila then. And his teammate Latvala has been consistently quick all weekend and is still pushing hard to keep the pressure on the Citroens.
That's it. Oh, that was a big bang. That was big. It was like a step in the road. He's got a puncture. You can hear it, listen. Hear it flailing around. Look at it.
Jari, the sigh of frustration there. That's basically game over for the leader anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, now we can forget the fight for the first 2 positions. That's gone now. I have tried, and that is the conclusion now. What happened? So now we need to just try to concentrate for the to get the third place.
Well, it's been an inspired performance from Latvala this weekend, but that second delay surely now ended his hopes of catching the Citroens.
That's it, but his own hopes of challenging for victory are rapidly dwindling as well. Tell you what, he's hit something. It was basically a little bit of a culvert. Took a bit of an impact. Mikko's not talking, so I don't think he's too concerned about it. But seems to be okay at the moment. He'll maintain second. Might have just backed off for like maybe half a kilometre just to make sure he was happy with that.
Mikko Hirvonen had a decent first two stages of the morning, Jules, particularly the first one. Did he get up this morning thinking, yep, I have still got a chance of winning this one, or did he think, well, actually second place behind teammate Sebastian Loeb, 5 times winner here, not a bad result if I hold on to it? What would his thinking have been?
I want to win.
I think we have a slow puncture on the front right because I hit the rock pretty hard 7 or 8 kilometers before the finish, and its car is not turning so well in the left-hand corner, so I think we had a bit of a damage in the tyre as well.
Well, those Michelin gravel tyres proving incredibly strong then, and with the temperatures now a lot warmer, the second pass through the marathon or Tate stage, it's going to be incredibly tough on them again. But one man who knows a thing or two about driving in such conditions, Jules, it's Nasser Al-Attiyah.
That's it, obviously. Multiple Middle Eastern champion, Dakar winner. Look at the drift through there.
Do you know, I think he's enjoying himself out there this weekend. He really is. His first time on gravel in a World Rally Car. Certainly looks like he's enjoying himself.
That's it. Remember, last night in the Super Special, his first ever WRC stage win.
Yeah, for sure. That's something to be very, very proud of for Nasser Al-Attiyah. Very competitive driver, former production World Rally champion. He knows how to handle a car in these conditions.
Every stage end has a big smile on his face. Every kilometre he's doing, he's loving it. Certainly, he was lucky there, though. These guys, every single corner is on the limit. I mean, you sit and watch hours of onboard footage, and they get away with it so many times. And when it does make a mistake, you think, oh, that's a bit of a moment. You know what I mean? It's amazing how many times they don't have moments.
It is incredible, but at the very highest level in the sport, you have to be on the limit. Well, and just over 20 seconds ahead of Nasser on the leaderboard, Jules, Chris Atkinson doing a pretty solid job so far.
Well, that's it, driving the monster Ford Fiesta World Rally Car. The Australian's been out of the sport for 3 years, you know what I mean? It's going to take him a bit of time to get back up to it. See Stefan Prevost sitting alongside him.
Yeah, his last time in a World Rally Car was Rally Ireland, Jules, and well, that was a different sort of event to this one entirely.
Well, that was it also. He'd only just finished the season before in the Subaru, so he hadn't had an off-season. He's had 3 years he's missing now.
Yeah, don't forget, in 2008 in that Subaru, 5 podiums for Chris Atkinson, so we know that he has the pace in him.
And one of them was here.
Absolutely. Where were the other 4? Bet you can't tell me those off the top of your head.
No, I can't. But look at this down here. This is towards the end. The tyres and the brakes are going to get some serious torture.
So narrow.
Yeah, this is the last section. It's just constant corner. These tyres have done 29.9 Ks. Now they're at about 42 into this stage.
Yeah, Atkinson looking pretty good through there, but ahead of Atkinson in 7th place. Another good rally so far for Evgeny Novikov.
That's it. It's just been a controlled performance by this Russian. He seems to have, I don't know, appeared in the 2012 World Rally Championship a different man.
Totally different man. Totally different man.
Mr. Calm, Mr. Collected, Mr. 5th place.
So far, Mr. 5th place for Evgeny Novikov. A great start to the year for him. He is looking like a very mature driver indeed. But Jules, Jari-Matti Latvala setting about recovering from that second problem he had. A very frustrated man indeed, because at the start of the day looked like he could potentially challenge for the lead, certainly push Mikko Hirvonen a bit.
Well, he's still pushing in here. You can just see the commitment. Obviously a little bit of damage on the front left from that puncture before. See, I mean, there's just the commitment's incredible.
Well, back in the stage then, it's rally leader Sebastian Loeb. He holds on to top spot, and it's looking increasingly secure after that run through the previous stage.
That's it, and the fans really cheering him on. He's got his fan club. Doesn't matter where he goes, he always has fans.
Absolutely, the French flag's flying proudly here in Mexico.
What's going on here? Obviously, Chris Atkinson stopped. This is after the finish of the stage.
We're coming down here, 6th gear, brake before that crest.
last time, and the brake pedal just went to the floor. I tried to pump it, it went to the floor 3 times in a row, and pulled the handbrake, had no handbrake, so just couldn't stop.
You obviously knew the brakes were going, or did they just fail?
They were going a bit, but they were coming up within like half a pump, and I had something there all the time until that one braking there.
Well, terrible disappointment there for Chris Atkinson. He's out, so Armando Araujo moves up to 9th place in the Mini, while Sebastian Ogier in the S2000 Skoda now fills the final point scoring slot. Further up, Latval is back up to 3rd, and Loeb continues to pull away. The Comagila test features the El Brinco jump, which over the years has become a mecca for the Mexican fans, and the party atmosphere is building as they wait for the stars of the WRC to arrive. And they don't have to wait long, because Peter Solberg, he's fast approaching.
See, I mean, no sign of lifting off there for the Ford man. The fans on the hill cheering him through, really appreciating his efforts.
Great atmosphere there as well, Jules. I was actually lucky enough to be at that spot. What a place.
It's an amazing stage, an amazing jump, but Peter actually saying he made some small mistakes in this stage. This is it from the air. Look at it, it's so long, the jump. It's an incredible place.
Well, behind Solberg in the stage once again, his teammate Jari-Matti Latvala.
That, obviously, the 2 problems that he's had with his punctures, or knocking the wheels off anyway.
Yep, Mikko Hirvonen fast approaching the jump.
Not as high as Peter for sure, that's it.
Just dabbing his brakes there, I think, Jules, before you hit the jump.
That's the Finnish way of doing it, though.
Keeping the car nice and low, avoiding any potential danger.
Well, yeah, but also you've got to make the car fly. The more you're in the air, the worse it is.
Yeah, and once again in Mexico, Loeb's incredible car control proved the deciding factor on these challenging gravel stages.
That's it, he's coming towards the end of the stage here. And there's evasive action there. There's a bit of a rock. He's actually being pulled out by somebody, and Loeb having to take it straight underneath the car.
Sebastian, a little time lost there to the Fords, but I think it's a situation now of hold position and consolidate what you have.
Yeah, exactly, and so I didn't want to take big risks. Even in this case, it's tricky because we had again some big stones put it on the road, and I tried to avoid one, but if I hit it, I will break everything. So that's a bit stupid situation.
Well, after another pass through the Super Special, Loeb's lead is up to 36.5 seconds. So once again, the drivers return to the Comagila stage, and the fans haven't moved the muscle, Jules. Back to the El Brinco jump. Ken Block they're waiting for, but it's been a long day for the American.
Here we go. That was a big landing. Ken did tell me he took it flat in 6th gear.
Yeah.
Novikov is struggling along. He didn't seem to be at full speed.
Doesn't seem to be at full speed. Had a good weekend showing his maturity. Mikko Hirvonen, though, Jules, looking good through here.
That's it, and he's just clipped something there.
Yeah, rocks, and Noviko's rear suspension was in the middle of the road. I hit that one really hard with my rear corner, so I'm really surprised that we didn't have any damage or any puncture or anything over there, but we were very lucky with that.
Well, that's a bit of a bizarre one for Mikko Hirvonen. And the last of the WRC runners of the day is fast approaching the El Brinco jump. It's Sebastian Loeb, well on course to claim his 6th consecutive victory here in Mexico. So Sebastian Loeb leads at the end of day 2. His advantage over teammate Mikko Hirvonen, 36.2 seconds. A difficult day once again for Jari-Matti Latvala. Nearly 2 minutes off Loeb's lead. Peter Solberg remains in 4th. The drivers return to the service park. Sebastian Loeb is our rally leader, and he looks as calm as ever.
Sebastian, it's been a long day, but things are looking very good for victory now.
Yes, at the moment it's in a good way. Situation couldn't be much better tonight, so I hope we can continue like that until the end. It's a very long stage tomorrow, so nothing is finished, but we'll try to do it well.
What do you think about that very long stage tomorrow? 53 kilometres. That's a bit of a monster.
Yeah, it's a very long one, but okay, it's the same as 2 stages of 25 finally. So just have to find the right rhythm and to be concentrated until the end.
It's been a difficult day for Jari-Matti Latvala. The pace has been there, the luck hasn't.
Jari-Matti, you've been fighting hard today, but that puncture on stage 15 really was a big problem for you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because before that we still tried the pressurized Citroens, and we were over a minute behind, but still in the area that maybe the Citroens were not so comfortable position. But after that puncture, it went up over 2 minutes, and after that, basically they were able to back off, and they didn't need to risk so much anymore.
Been a bruising second day here at Rally Guanajuato, Mexico, but it's far from over. Can Sebastian Loeb make it 6 in a row? Join us tomorrow for the final 70 kilometres of this fascinating rally. Until then, it's goodbye.